Last night we had a visitor to our chicken coop, and this is the first time that anything like this has happened. But we believe a bear got into the chicken coop, and we lost about 6 chickens last night. The locks are still on the door on both sides, but they just ripped the side out.
All right, everyone. Well, we're out here. It's midnight. I got a flashlight because I just got home from a work trip. The wife was sitting out in the driveway in the car trying to keep a bear away. As you can see, the bear ripped off these battens, ripped the door off the coop, and I'm guessing couldn't fit through there. Also, while I was gone, because the bear tore a hole through the door, the wife patched up this door. You can see the bear came back, ripped off a corner of it right there, and ripped off a portion of this one right here. So this bear is problematic. The neighbor says they saw a bear crossing the street the other day with its cubs. So that makes this even more problematic because you definitely don't want to shoot a bear that has babies. But we also have got to stop this bear from attacking our coop. You can see it ripped off another batten there. It's really trying to find any way into this coop if possible. So the wife is going to get some more wood so we can lock up the door for right now. And then what I got to do first thing in the morning, if I can't get this bear to go away, is set up some electrical line around the coop to hopefully give it a good zap and stop it from being curious about our chickens. You can see my car's up there. I've got it shining in the woods here behind the coop because the bear went back here somewhere. We just don't know where. We don't see it. I heard a noise back here, but you know, that could have been anything. But yeah, this is a problem. We're also getting our piglets soon, hopefully. I don't know. Pig farmers seem to be a unreliable bunch, but we're supposed to be getting our piglets soon, and I don't want the bear coming around trying to eat the piglets either. So yeah, so this is a problem, guys. You can see, I don't know if you can make that out up there, but there's a chicken sleeping on the coop. You know, as you saw in the wife's video, the bear came last night and got a couple chickens. So some of the chickens are rightfully scared to go back in the coop now. So we got a chicken up on the top of the coop. Let's see if I can show you this one. I don't know if you can make this out in this bush right here. But here's another chicken just sleeping in the bushes. She's afraid to go in the coop. Actually, looks like we got 2 chickens sleeping in the bushes. Yes, we do. 2 chickens sleeping in the bushes. So we got 3 chickens that are kind of smart, to be honest with you, because they're like, I'm not going back in that box to get eaten by a bear. Now, the real problem that I have is I don't know which chickens got taken. It's not good though. So, yeah, the joys of living in the woods when the bears find your laying hens. I'm not exactly sure where this bear is, but you can see as last night's mess, there's feathers on the ground where it got a meal and then ran off into the woods. You can see a bunch of feathers on the ground here. Ripped this fence right off of the post coming through, but this fence isn't really to keep bears out. You know, this is more just to keep the chickens in. Yeah, I don't know where this bear is, but hopefully we can deal with it. All right, guys, well, it's now 3:30 in the morning, And this stupid bear has returned. I was sleeping, heard some noises out here, and you can see where we cleaned up has been, the patch is still there, but the bear decided to rip the door apart here. This bear is persistent, I'll give it that. It definitely got a bird. I don't know which one, but there's feathers here. I came out as fast as I could. Had some personal protection with me along with the dog. And yeah, he just decided he was gonna, or she decided she was gonna take some more chickens. So what I'm doing now, you can see there's a chicken that got scared out there. She's there. There's one more that's out here somewhere. One of our original chickens is out here. I don't know where she is. She's... You guys hear that? Maybe coyotes? I don't know. Could be coyotes. Not sure. I don't see a bear up in these trees anywhere. Yeah, hear that? If anybody knows what that noise is, let me know. That's something being kind of weird out there. But anyway, yeah, there's a chicken out here somewhere. I don't know where she went. She took off somewhere smartly. Oh, there she is. Hey, Midge, you scared out here, huh? Yeah, you'll be all right. Let's get you back in the coop. Come on, let's go. You're okay. You're okay. Yeah, she's scared half to death. Keep it going. You're okay. Go ahead. You're fine. Shh. It's okay. Yeah, go under the other coop over there. All right, there we go. Just picked her up and put her away. I really do not know what that noise is out there, guys. I have no idea what that noise is. I think it might be coyotes. They're way back there. And they seem to be getting further away, which is good. So, yeah, we got her put back in there. She can sleep the rest of the night here. I'm gonna stack up these boards in front of this door. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and try to sleep in the car here. That way, if this is on the door, I can hear it. Here's another chicken that is here. She was almost taken by there. Why don't you go under the shed there, lady? But yeah, I'm gonna try and pile these up in front of the door. That way, if the bear does come back, I'll hear it because I'm gonna be in the car right there. This lady is very upset, which makes sense, right? They're all stressed out. But all right, so I'm gonna clean this mess up, try to close this door up a little bit, just so that once again, if the bear does come back, I can hear it knock the boards over. And then I'm gonna go get in the car. It's kind of cold out. It's pretty freezing actually. In the morning, I might call in a little bit late to work and run to the hardware store and buy some stronger boards. I don't know. This is half-inch composite board, basically. Not composite, but particle board. And the bear just ripped this apart like it was nothing. I read online when I built this that half-inch plywood, and I know this isn't plywood and this is particle board, and particle board isn't as strong, but half-inch plywood was plenty strong enough for black bears. But clearly that is not the case. We need something stronger than half-inch. They weren't able to destroy the actual plywood though. So this is plywood, so you can tell that that's different than the particle board. So maybe it was just the particle board. I thought, we'd use the particle board on the doors because it's lighter and it would be easier to maneuver the doors around. But that seems to have been a bad idea. So yeah, maybe I just need to get some plywood and fix the doors with actual plywood instead of particle board. But anyway, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put these up. Oh, there's some chicken blood there. This is so sad. Yeah, I'm gonna pick this up, create a little pile here so that I can at least have some noise if this bear decides to come back again tonight. Hopefully he doesn't. Hopefully Zed scared him away. The dog did go barking and chasing him into the woods a little bit. So hopefully he's gone, or she's gone, but just in case. Okay, so it's been a busy day. We have got some electric fence up. We patched up everything that we could. I went and bought some 1/2-inch plywood instead of using the particle board, just because that OSB does not hold up. So anywhere where there was a seam that the bear could get its claw in, we took care of it. Yeah, there's just a lot of areas where the bear could have possibly got in. So you can see here, it ripped up this piece of small plywood. This is like a little piece of plywood, but you can see the scratch marks there and here. That's a pretty big bear cutting those scratch marks in there. So we've tightened this all up. There's no areas where it can get its fingers, or it's not its fingers, but its claws in there and grab anything. The wife did a really good job on securing this old door to the other door, so everything's nice and tight. We might still have a problem right there, but I don't think so. I think that should hold up because the other stuff is above it. I tied these here into the floor joists, so those should not be able to be removed. As I said, we've got the electric fence, 2 strands, one at about 18, 24 inches and the other one at about 30 inches, 36 inches. That should hopefully be charged up tonight. This charge controller is the one that we use for the pigs, and it's really strong, so we're going to use that. It's fully charged. I've had it out charging all day, and I checked it just a couple minutes ago, so I just got to get a grounding rod plug pounded in, and then I can hook that up. So on the back side here, you can see the damage that bear did. I mean, that was a solid piece on the door, and as you can see, it was just totally ripped to shreds. That OSB or particle board does not hold up to a bear. So if you're planning on building something for a chicken coop and you have bears in your area, don't go with the particle board or the OSB. It's just not strong enough. The bears will take it. Now, we've been lucky. We've had this coop here for a couple years and we haven't had any bear encounters, but I guess it was bound to happen. All of these skinny pieces are battens. So we built this coop out of plywood. So the only thing that was OSB was the doors, but everything else is 1/2-inch plywood. So when we put the plywood up, it just looks kind of not nice. So we put the battens on to make it look like board and batten. And it actually did have a nice aesthetic to it, but right now I'm not really caring about the aesthetic. So here's a door that I've replaced. This is all plywood now. It's all fresh. I don't have any place where the bear can possibly get his claws into. This space right here is too small for the bear to get his claws into, and this is nice and flush and connected into beams, or studs. So hopefully he cannot do anything with that. Also, across the bottom here, even though it does hang down a little bit, it's screwed into the floor joist. So hopefully that will keep him from getting in there. Now, one area that's always going to be a weakness on the coops is the door, right? Because if you want to have an automatic opener like we do, we really like the automatic opener. It just allows the chickens to come and go in the morning and in the evening. You have to have that on a line, right? So it's a string that this thing is connected to. Well, the problem is that string is really all that's holding it down. So the bear lifted it up, ripped it off the wall. There was a batten there and a batten there, as you can see. It ripped those off and then ripped the door out and then tried to rip around the door. It got some of the wood at the bottom down here, but it really wasn't able to get much further because the rest of this is all plywood and it just couldn't break through all the plywood well enough. So we're covering this up. I've got it open right now because we like to have 2 locks on the door, and I will be doing that again just to ensure that the door stays closed all the way and the bear, anything can't really get in there. We originally put those on thinking of raccoons and skunks and stuff, but for the bear as well. And then I'll bring this piece back up and cover it up so that that's there. Outside of that, what we're gonna do tonight, because we don't trust that the bear won't get back in there. He hasn't been able to rip off any pieces of plywood yet, but I wouldn't put it past him or her. So we're gonna take the chickens tonight. We're gonna let them go into the coop like they normally do. We'll wait for it to get dark. We're gonna grab the chickens and we're gonna move them into this shed here. This shed is actual board and batten. It's very thick. It's 1-inch wood. So I don't believe that the bear is gonna be able to get in there. And if we go over here, you got to excuse the mess a little bit, but basically we took the end of the shed here and we've turned it into a place where the chickens can stay tonight. So this is our attempt at housing the birds somewhere away from the coop. So the bear won't know that the birds are in here. He has not, or she has not paid any attention to this shed at all, or any of our other sheds for that matter. The strong chicken smell is from over here on the chicken coop. So what we're gonna do is leave this as kind of bait tonight and see if when the bear comes, it touches the electric fence, hopefully gets shocked and runs away. If for some reason it breaks through the fence, then okay, there's no chickens in there for the bear to actually attack. It'll spend a lot of time trying to break in and it might ruin some of the work that I just did, but that's okay. The thing that's important to me is that the chickens are gonna be safe. We've lost 5 chickens, we believe, possibly 6. They're hard to get an exact count of because they're all running around all the time. You can see they're up there. So yeah, they're hard to get an exact count of because we are letting them free range right now. But we think we've lost 5 or 6 and we don't want to lose any more chickens. These chickens, while some of them don't lay a ton anymore, they are basically our pets. We don't want them to be hurt. We like the egg layers. They're just kind of part of the household at this point. You know, the dog's up there, he hangs out with the chickens. We don't want any more harm to come to them. The rooster, you know, they come and go, but all the rest of them are important. And I gotta say, that rooster's a little bit of a disappointment, right? Because he was in there the whole time, slept right through all of this for 2 days, which is very disappointing. He's supposed to attack something that tries to hurt his ladies, but evidently his beauty sleep was too important. So I am going to get this thing opened up, get it so that the chickens can get in there tonight. Then myself and the wife will go ahead and collect the chickens, move them over to the temporary location just so that they're safe. And we're gonna cross our fingers and hope that this door holds and the other patches that we've done holds against this bear. Or even better, it would be really, really great if the bear comes along, zaps itself real good on the fence and decides this is not a place I want to hang out and takes off. That'd be really the optimal goal, because if it breaks through this fence and continues to destroy the coop, you know, we may have to revert to some other measures that I would prefer not to have to do. I want the animals to live their lives. I just want them to let us live ours as well. So yeah, so we're gonna continue here. I'm gonna get the second latch on there. I'm gonna put a secondary latch on the door for the shed as well, just, you know, to make sure that if the bear does decide to get a little froggy and go over after that shed, that you know, can't get in. But wish us luck. This has definitely been a trying activity here. This is not what I wanted to be doing right now. I wanted to be getting the gardens ready. You know, it's time. I should be planting onions and potatoes. And, you know, the garden is empty right now because we don't have time to do that, because we've got to take care of this chicken coop issue. Hopefully we can get this bear to go away. All right, well, thanks for watching, everyone. We'll give an update here in a little bit. Probably in the next video, we'll let you know how this went, if it was successful or not. If you enjoy this and if you want to see how this all turns out, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like this video. And yeah, we'll talk to you later from Bear Central. Have a good one. All right, so we got all the chickens in here. I moved them around. I don't know if you can make it out very well with the chicken wire, but they're all kind of trying to get settled. I should get out of here. I don't want to leave the light on for too long, but yep, all 21 are in here doing their thing, trying to figure their way. they're kind of groggy. This is how you move chickens. Is the easiest way is doing it when they're sleeping. It's the best way to move a chicken. If you do this for a few days in a row, they would take this as their new coop. It takes them a little while to learn it, but this is how you do it. Just move them after they go to sleep. Once they go to sleep, they usually get a little groggy, and they'll occasionally get a little grumpy. But they'll figure it out. You can see they're just kind of fighting for space right now. It's temporary. Space doesn't have as much roosting area as their permanent home, so some of them are going to fight a little bit for space. Oh, there we go. We can get that through the fence there, so you can see them hopping up. Yeah, they'll all get it figured out. All right, well, let's hope that they stay in here and the bear does not try to bother them.